utilizing Claravine, and again, taking some of that strain off your dev team and having those marketers define certain items. In this case, we're going to go after your product catalog. But truthfully, this could expand to whatever you wanted to define in that data layer. So if you wanted to do a sitemap, expand upon values to get a data layer just for your page, this whole demo of what I'm going to show would basically be flexible enough that you could use it wherever. So the steps we're walking through today are basically, we'll inbound your current product catalog. We're going to expand those values. That would be, we'll show how marketing ops would do that. And then basically using Claravine's inbound and outbound integrations, you can outbound out to whatever cloud storage environment you would like, your CMS references, the JSON file. And then once you have that ability to reference that file on your pages, then we're just talking basically your dev creates a loop, pushes the data layer out when needed. And as you see here in the screenshots, that would be the final item you would want to see. So here we come into Claravine. I think EJ said he showed you the platform. This is our demo environment. So several different templates in here. We're going to be focusing on this expanded values template. So the first step would be to get your product catalog into Claravine, or your basic product catalog. This would be the raw template for that. So we would have a list of predefined headers. This from all the marketed product categories would be coming from your product catalog, as well as the product ID. And then these values down here, we're going to look to expand. From there, we set up an SFTP inbound. So once you have created that basic catalog, it'll inbound into Claravine, automatically get pushed to this template. And since we designed that the extra values are required, this is where your marketers are going to come in. So your product catalog comes in, your marketers are going to come in and then basically start defining all of these values. This template can be exported. So if they wanted to do this outside in a CSV, they could, but it's much better to just do it in the platform. So we've predefined several values on each of these, so no one can type in their only use case. This basically, we're trying to get away all those one-off cases. This also takes care of any sort of just like casing issues that we often run in when you're working with a data layer. So even when this inbounded file came in, we made all these values lowercase. So if you had, I can just show you the file. So this was the CSV I was working with. So you can see that there's different sort of cases in here. So once it comes into Claravine, it's already structured automatically. So marketer comes in here, they start filling out whatever value that would define this. And of course, this would be, we can make this whatever fits RB's model. This is just using a retail environment. So after all these values are defined, we're going to submit this and basically get a file that looks like this. Now on submittal, and you can see everything's defined. On submittal, we're pushing an outbound file back to your cloud environment. So we do have an email. These two are CSV files, but the most important one is we can push a JSON file format. So from there, user marketer submits, goes to your JSON. File is stored, in this case, using Google Cloud storage bucket. So it's stored in here, and this is where now dev starts coming in. So your developers can basically, with whatever CMS, they can reference this file within your Google Cloud environment or AWS. And then from there, we're talking, they reference the file, and I created, in this example, a loop on the page to go through all those values. If a value matches whatever product page you're on, we'll do a data layer push, pushes all your values. So you can see these are the values coming from that original product catalog. These are the values that your marketers defined. And all of those values were referenced using help from dev to populate on the page. And once the data layer is globally available, now I guess the world is your oyster, so to speak. You can optimize to certain audiences using the data layer. I mean, you can go in a million directions from here.